What's going on, man? So I just wanted to finish the Joc fight, bro. Like this nigga, I forgot all about finishing it or whatever. So we in Pleasantville, right? Yeah, I mean, where I left off at was when we was about to walk into the alley. So I'm like, yo, where my bread at, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to hear all that, bro. I need that. And he said something slick. So I'm like, man, you know what? So we right in front of Classics, and right there, there's a alley right there and shit. So I'm like, man, you know what? I need that, bro. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna give me. I know you smoked my work, so I want blood. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get it in blood. So we walk into the alley. He turned around and stole, like straight stole me. Mind you, there's wild people out here. So as we walked into the alley, there was this short Spanish dude. That was at that time he was at Classics every day. Even if he wasn't getting the cut, he just there. He was right behind me. I didn't know it. Like he was right there. Like, you know what I mean? So when Joc turned around, boom, stole. He sent one right down the pipe. Boom. So Spanish dude jumped in between, come around me, jumped in between us and was like, put his arms out like trying to push us apart. But so as he's doing that, Joc's hands is like this. As he's doing this, as he put his hands up, I sent one straight down the pipe right in between. Boom. So as soon as I did that, he like, oh, like his eyes got big as hell. Like, oh, he almost fell. So I'm like, man, what's happening? Like, you know what I mean? And the Spanish dude like, man, y'all can't do this without the referee. Y'all thought y'all was gonna do this without the referee. So I'm like, man, get out the way. I'm trying to push this dude out the way. Man, get out the way, bro. I mean, I'm about to hit this nigga right here. Like, I don't know what you got going on, bro. But, you know what I mean? It's whatever back in this motherfucker right now. So people just start following in back there and shit. As y'all trying to gain his bearings right now. There was like a pile of trash. He turns around and picks up this big ass broomstick. So I pull my blade out. At that time, I always had a blade on me, bro. And I mean, it's winter, it's cold as hell at this time too. I pull my blade out and I'm like, man, what? Like, as soon as I pull the blade out, I'm like, man, what? Like, so everybody like, oh, whoa, like everybody putting their hands up, jumping around like I'm like, man, yo, everybody get the fuck out the way. I'm talking like that, man, everybody get the fuck out the way, man. Back up if I start poking motherfuckers back here, because I don't know who's who, what, doing what, man. Back the fuck up. Joc weaseled his way out the alley and shit, and I don't know where he went, because once I got over there to Main Street, I ain't seen him no more. But now that I'm thinking about it, he probably cut through the little park. He probably went up Pleasant and bust that left through the parking lot back there, because there's like a little cut. You can get up, you can get up out of there real swift. You going through that way, you know what I mean? That's when niggas go run from the cops at. Like niggas get up out of there. So that's what he did, bro. Cause everybody in the way and shit. I'm trying to get around it. I'm definitely trying to poke him now. Now that he pulled out a weapon. So I'm trying to get to this nigga. So when I finally get around everybody and get over there, I don't see him no more. Boom. I come outside just for this. Now I ain't bring no work with me. I came up the Main Street and I walked from where I stayed at that time, which was, I was in the Orchards. No car, no bike, nothing. I walked straight over there just to see this nigga, because I knew I was going to see him because he was there every day. When you're an addict, you're going to be on the block every day. So come up there. I get right by that same area where Classics is at, and I see him up there by where, remember that story I told where I got chased by a hook knife, got chased with a hook knife while I was butt naked by a nigga crying and all that, like, because I was over there with his girl and all that. Like, yeah, that same alley right there where I cut in and got saved, basically. Like, got saved over there. That's where I seen him, right by there. So I'm by the Bloodline ink right there, that little tattoo spot. I'm like, yo, John, what up, dog? he cut into the alley. So this dude, Ziggy, stayed up there in the top apartment and shit. So me and Ziggy, we knew each other. We spoke sometime, but we weren't fly to where we chopped it up and kicked it with each other or nothing like that. But we knew of each other. I guess it was respect, if that's what you want to call it or whatever. But, you know, we ain't know each other. So he over there, by the time I get there, he calling Ziggy to come outside to help him jump me. So I'm like, man, Joc, man, what the fuck? So once I get over there, it's couple other niggas right there. I don't remember who or whatever, because I'm not fond of dudes, man. I ain't trying to be friends with them. My thing was women. You know what I mean? I did my thing was always women, bro. I know the women around here, but I don't know the niggas. You know what I mean? That's just what it was, bro. I don't rock with niggas. So once I get over there, you know, I see niggas, I recognize them or whatever. We might speak here and there and all that, but I don't know these niggas and shit. Once I get in there, Joc, so I slide my coat off. I'm like, man, nigga, what's happening, man? Drop my shit, so now I'm like coming up to him like this. This nigga opens his coat and pulls an entire axe out of his coat. This nigga had a whole axe. I'm like, what the I left that nigga alone. I'm like, bro, what the I'm not about to take my chances of getting hacked with an axe, man. What the fuck do I look like? So I'm like, all right, I got this nigga right here. Later on this same day, I went, changed, put a different hat on. I went and changed my coat, my whole appearance, changed everything, bro. I even was walking different when I got up there. I put a little limp to my shit, like, as I'm walking, I see him. I get back up there, I see him over there by Johnny D's in this little jewelry store right there, little gold, cash for gold or something like that. That was right. It's a name for that spot. I can't remember it though. That gold store been there forever. He's always been. I think it's Mike's or something like that. But that nigga, he been there since I can remember. As far as back as I can remember, he's been there. So I see him cut. You know what I mean? He walks up. So he walk up a little bit, and there's a parking lot on the side right there. So he cut in there. So I'm like, put a little jog on. I get up to Washington Avenue, bust the left, boom, jog up a little bit just so I can catch him coming in, because more than likely I'm thinking he trying to cut through right here and go up towards Franklin. So I'm trying to catch him coming out. So as soon as he come out, oh, I'm gonna just swirl this nigga. But he did. By the time I got there, he should have been through there already, or at least me hearing him. But I don't hear nothing. So I come up a little bit, I look in there and I see his back to me. He facing the Johnny D's parking lot, his back to me. So I walk in there, I put my hat low, I pull my phone out, just in case he turns around and sees me. He's not gonna really recognize who this is creeping up right here. So I'm looking down at my phone, I keep like looking up just enough for my eyes to see him and shit, like, but not enough for him to like really peep who I was. And I had like one of them tech jaunts on so that my mouth is a little covered. It's only like this. You know what I mean? So once I get over there, I get up on him. That's when you hear, because now I'm winding up. This nigga was some sweet shit. Like, come up and I hit him like this, like right, just all knuckle on the side of his shit. I come up, boom, just. This nigga head cocked to the side. All I heard was ting, 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 ting. I'm like, what the fuck? Anybody that knows crackheads and has ever heard a crackhead drop a stem, a crack pipe, you know that distinct glass noise that a dropped stem makes. That's all you heard is ting, 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 ting. I start stomping this nigga. He trying to crawl. There's like a little area with cement and shit. He trying to crawl over there. So I'm kicking as he's trying to get up. I'm kicking him right in his ass, right back down, flat. Nigga, Keep putting all my power. Once he get back there, he crawls into the corner over there. So now I got leverage now. I got my hand on the cement, and I'm just like how Don't Be a Menace when niggas was just tap dancing on this nigga. That's how I was, just crip walking on this nigga shit. Like, so after I stomped this nigga out, I slid. Eventually, we end up getting bagged. We end up in the county at the same time. Yeah, let me run this bag.